Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. When should you buy Bitcoin? Let's find out. So welcome. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, hit that bell button and press the like button. Comment, it helps this video spread further, even if it is a quick thank you or a thumbs up, whatever, it helps. So let's talk about Bitcoin. When should you buy it? Now, I get asked this question probably more than anything. When should you buy into a crypto? All kinds of investment sort of jargon in terms of psychology. It's all in that brain matter of yours. Now, today is April Fool's Day. I'm not going to play any pranks on anyone. Yes, it's a bit boring, I know, but I don't think the world's ready for my sort of pranking, so I don't want to do that just yet. So with this in mind, let's talk about psychology and markets now, and obviously thought process. Before you think about any sort of investment, you need to do your own research, which is obvious, okay? Make sure you understand what you're buying. That should be one big tick in the box. The second thing is when you should buy, it is only when it is undervalued. So that is where the money is. A lot of people's psychology is, why do you recommend coins that are low? And I get that comment all the time. If you look at my older videos, you'll see that when I'm recommending coins and they're very low, people are like, why are you saying this? Well, it's because it's at a certain level where it's valid to do so. And people think, well, wait a minute, why not do it when it's higher? That is a psychological fail in your head, because you are trying to talk yourself into only buying into coins that are overvalued, that have already made gains, and you're going to get absolutely slaughtered by greed. The greed comes in from you trying to buy into an asset that is doing well. It's green, it's looking good, it's looking awesome. The risk is in the reward of taking a chance. If you've done your research, if you've waited for the execution point and you've then went through with it, the rewards are going to be better. Simple as that. You don't want to buy a Bitcoin at 10k, at 12k, at 14k. The chances are you're going to get slaughtered. What would you know? You probably did. So, market psychology, waves, all kinds of like fundamentals in and around Bitcoin is kind of important. Now, I want to make this very, very clear. This video will highlight exactly the places where you should be looking at to buy as an investor. If you're a trader, you will more than likely know what you're doing. But if you're an investor and if you're new to this world and your ears are propped up because of COVID-19 or because of the financial economic doom that's probably going to happen in the next coming months, you know, this is probably the greatest video you're probably going to come across. So in terms of looking at the history, now we don't want to go too deep. We don't want to go back beyond 2017. We want to look at previous structure of where things have been. Obviously, we are in this region right now. And when you start putting into context what happened here with the 20k bubble, it popped, obviously. When you start doing a little bit of a top to bottom analysis of a Fibonacci, what is the most important thing that sticks out in your mind on this chart already? So when you look at this, we went to 20k, right? Woohoo! Well, just under 20k, give or take. When you think about rejections to the downside and relief rallies, the Fibonacci always comes into key of market psychology of where things go. And you can see here why people like myself were pressing the sell button in and around this region. I actually sold my Bitcoin in and around. I didn't sell at the top because I'm not that ballsy, but I started to take some profit off the table, right? I've still got that tether now. I've still got it. I'm still waiting to put that into the market. I'm expecting, you'll find out in this video by the way what I'm expecting, in terms of a low range, we could probably go to where I've stacked buy orders in already. So you'll figure that out in a second. But when you look at market psychology of just using the Fibonacci, you got top, bottom, retest. Other terminology, swing high, swing low, relief rally, the bounce, we turned around. We failed, didn't go all the way up. So that gives you that, but you can use this on multiple levels. Look at this, for example. Look at this level. We went all the way down, tapped here, back up to this level, rejection. Look at this level here. Actually, no, sorry. I'll zoom in so you can see it. Even looking at this smaller level here, dip down into this level, back up to the 618. If I can move it across, that is, so you can see it. Back into 618, rejection. Works all the time. So Doesn't matter what time frame you're on. Anyways, let's zoom out again. Boom. We're going to go into this region here, this newer region. Now, where are we right now? we are at an interesting point in our life cycle. We have obviously done this. We have went all the way back up from this bottom area up to this top area. We went all the way down. We found this 7k level, which held for a while. We then popped up from it, and then obviously we had the impending doom. We dropped like cataclysmic drops. When you start zooming in a little bit more though at this current life structure, it kind of gets a bit more interesting when you start to consider where we are actually going. We're going downwards. You can see that we're, apart from this region here, but it's still lower than that region. So you kind of see we are going down. Do I have to spell it out in terms of saying just, well, look at that, for example? It's kind of cheating, but it's going down. It's obvious. But when you start looking at the fibs as well, and looking at the retracement bounces and what's kind of happened, when you start considering that this area here to this top here, we've literally went right to the 0.5, zipped all the way down. Now, this, in my opinion, isn't the greatest bit of TA in the world, but that is giving me a confluence of where I think we're going to go. Spoiler alert. If we go to 2k, the chances are 1859 level will be tapped at some point. So that's what I'm thinking, if this is valid. Okay, so what kind of move this is telling you exactly what is happening in the short term on the daily time frame. Basically what this is a very, very simple method. If I just go to my ABC, so essentially that's an A move. This is like the relief rally, and then potentially back down to this bottom area here, or if we reject from that bottom area, we're going to go there. Now, if I put my crosshair on this level here, what have we got? We have got a support level right here, big massive cushion right there. You can see it. Look at that line, and my crosshair is on it. If you look at left, look at where that crosshair goes to. So that is where my prediction lies, okay, as a potential bottom of Bitcoin. Potential bottom. Do not get caught out by that word potential. It may never happen, but you have got to predict anything in this market, okay? But likewise, another bottom could be here, the previous bottom of the 3-3 region, the 3-1. So you've always got to counteract that in as well. So if I just put in, say, if I just do this, right, bear with me, just to give you an insight. Let me just change the coordinates. So I'm going to say 3,100 and 3,300, okay? This is where a potential other bottom could be. And then you've obviously got this level here, this 3,800. So they are three key levels of interest for Bitcoin. So you've got, if this rejects and fully goes down and we retest the lows, we're going to go to 3.8. If we fail, we're going to go down to the previous bottom of 2018. If we go beyond that, we're going to go down to a level from 2017, July 2017. So I hope that gives you some sort of insight. But I want to go a little bit deeper with this and show you other things. That is the bottom of where things could go. When you're looking as an investor though, go to the weekly time frame. Okay, and what I want you to do on your chart is be clever. You can remove that fib for now. Don't worry about above. Okay, my tip to you guys is, if you're buying Bitcoin, anything above 6k, I think you're doing it wrong. That's my personal belief. Personal belief. Because you got to think of the multiple gains. You got to think, right, if you're buying at 10k or 12k and you're trying to make some money, do you want to be realistically having to go to all-time high to double your money? You don't. Realistically, you don't want to be doing that. You want to be below 6k minimum. I would even say 5k realistically. You want to be looking at to buy it, and that is you trying to target at least a 25k Bitcoin, 30k Bitcoin, maybe even higher, to get some good gains out of it. Because not everyone's got a couple of £1,000 to put in. They've got like 200, 300 pounds. That's the difference. If you're putting 300 pounds in at these levels, you're not going to see much growth in your portfolio. So what you need to do, get your boxes out, boom. You want to find on the weekly levels of the key turning points for you to put your chart. Now again, we're going to look at this level here, boom, boom, boom. This is our level, what I just kind of predicted before. Again, you're going to put a little box there, and what I would recommend as well, change the color. So put this as weekly levels. You can use whatever color you want, right? This is where you're going to try and find investment levels. Again, another area here of a turning point. Obviously, bang, bang, cool. And you want to do at least 4 of these. At least 4. Look at it where these wicks have been and where that is turned around. Another level. And you're going to put one more in the obvious region, just below this region here. You can see it. Cool. See where these wicks are? That's where you want it. Wick. Body, body, wick, 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 wick. Body. Wicky, body, 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 boop, boop, boop. So, you've now set yourself up a investment chart. Simple as that. For where you can buy Bitcoin. Level 1 is between 5, 8. You got 4, 6 regions. You got the 3,200 bottom area. And you've got the 1,800 area. If I was you, I would look at this as a real good guide to try and get invested in Bitcoin at the lows. Don't think about up here, because the multiple gains are gone. Look down here, right? Do your research, understand the fundamentals of what you're buying, and figure it out. Short term though, the confluence between these two levels are key. This is what I'm thinking. Bottom area, possible retest. This area, really, really key. And obviously you've got this bottom area here, which could also be tapped in and around this region if you wanted to get a 4K level. But you can also make it even more simple. Bitcoin likes round numbers. So if you're investing at 5K, 4K, 3K, it doesn't matter. Give it a go. If the orders get filled, they get filled. But ultimately, long term, I'm bullish. Long term, bullish. Whether that is long term, as in 10 years' time, no. But in the next 3 to 5 years, I'm bullish. I think we'll go higher than 20K. That's my personal belief, not financial advice, so please don't quote me on that one. I'm preparing for that. I'm buying low, and I will be selling beyond that to make some money, to obviously keep me alive, basically. Simple as that. So that is today's video done. When should you buy Bitcoin? Anything below 6 and 5K. Simple as that, realistically. Plot up your chart using the weekly time frame. Make it nice and neat and tidy so you understand exactly what levels to look at as areas of turning points or key areas of where support and resistance actually lies, which is kind of key. Ultimately though, just be mindful of this level here. This level here is a bit more interesting because it's only taken from consideration of this region here, which is kind of interesting. So obviously these areas are obviously resistance. So just be mindful that this area here, you could probably drag it down a lot lower. Okay, so the only reason why is because of that wick and this closure here. But realistically, if you wanted to get a much better entry, you could probably do that on it because it shows as a better support and resistance, which gives you better consolidation bands in that region. So I hope that helps.